2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 gameplay cast with me, Thendis32. And today's series I have a best of 5 between two great players. This is the grand final of the Rust Brain Cup, which was today, earlier today actually, on November 26th. But anyway, let's introduce these players, shall we? Spawning as the blue undead, we have Happy, a longtime player of Warcraft 3, and his opponent, a yellow orc from Korea. It is Focus. Now, this is game number 1 in this best of 5, and no, the scoreboard does not deceive you. Happy is currently up 1-0, as he did make it to this grand final through the winner's bracket. Whereas Focus got dropped to the lower bracket, aka the loser's bracket, and had to make his way up from there. So Happy gets a free win, which is a nice boost for him. I know what you're saying, Thendis. If this game was earlier today, wasn't it live casted? Yes, Back to Warcraft live casted it. Remo Demo did a very nice job at casting it. So you might be asking, why are you casting it yourself? Why not? They're great games to have, and not only do I do this casting for you guys, your entertainment, it's fun. It's a hobby of mine. And let's be honest, if you don't know by now, I'm an undead player, so anything with my race in it, I gotta get my hands on. Gotta help my undead homies out there. But keep in mind, this cast is not biased. Wow, that's a great way to start. Wow, that's a great tongue twister. Anyways, let's get in the game. It looks like Happy is opening up with the standard Fiend build. He will, of course, have his delayed hero out, but when his Death Knight does come out, he'll have those 2 Crypt Fiends out, which will be more than enough to creep out this green Sea Turtle camp and then move on to bigger things such as the Orange Ogre Warriors. Focus, on the other hand, it looks like he's doing a 1 burrow tech. He's got his 1 grunt out, and his Blade Master is quickly going over to snipe the Ogre Warrior and get the item. He's hoping for Claws of Attack. He's hoping for Circlet of Nobility. What will he get? He'll get Gloves of Haste. That's also not too bad. He was probably hoping for some better items. And one thing about Turtle Rock is the Ogre Magi. This creep was actually made so famous by Focus that most people call it the Focus creep. It's where he sends his Blade Master up. He's probably going to pick up a circle. He sells his TP, but he's actually not sniping the Ogre. Sometimes you see orcs do that, where they snipe the Ogre Magi, get the ward and the item. We do have a Grunt. He does scout the spawning position of Happy. Keep in mind, Turtle Rock, 4 spawns. And it looks like he feels safe enough to snipe the Ogre Warrior by Happy's base. Will he get another circlet? Ring of Protection? Okay, so the items aren't looking too great to start off. Focus. And Happy, on the other hand, traveling to the other side of the map to creep out this green turtle instead of the one in front of his base. Maybe he wants to leave that for the Lich later on. You know, a creep that's pretty safe to take. Because in this matchup of Orc versus Undead, you tend to see a lot of pressure. As you can see now, Focus keeping an eye on Happy with his grunt. So he knows where's the safe place to put his blade. He knows when the right opportunity to strike would be. And it looks like he's heading over to this shop. It is nighttime. Is he going to pick up that Boots of Speed? It looks like it. He sells his ring. Alright, there's the boots. Alright, now we do see another Windwalk. Meanwhile, Happy continuing to creep. The main goal of the Undead and Orc vs. Undead, at least in the early stages, is to get his DK to level 3. He needs that level 2 coil. He does snipe the Ogre Warrior with the coil. Very nice. That does give him level 2 for the Unholy Aura. Increased movement speed and health point regeneration, especially for this Fiend. But the Blade Master does have Boots of Speed, so he is able to get catch up to the Fiend. But nice skeleton block by the... nice block by the skeleton to get the Grunt. He's currently trying to go in. Grunt's pretty low. He's at 59 health. A coil would kill him, but Happy is out of coils. He needs to worry about keeping this Fiend alive. Another Windwalk can be used. Dust of Appearance, Blade Master getting the backstab on the Fiend. He's going in. He's going to use his last Windwalk, but Happy getting a coil at the very last second with his mana regen. And Focus continuing to just hack away on that Death Knight. But Happy should be getting to the safety of his base. He does have a Nerubian Tower to slow up the blade. And I'm going to take this time to look at the text. Happy a little bit over halfway to tier 2. Focus is at tier 2. We do see the Shadow Hunter second. A lot of times, Orcs will tend to go Tar and Chieftain second. for versus Undead. And on a map as big as Turtle Rock, he might be able to get triple hero and go for a Tarn Chieftain third. But right now, Happy's Death Knight taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Focus looks like he's losing a grunt. Yes, he does. Dust of Appearance being used in the Blade. The Blade Master's got at least one more Windwalk in him. Happy gonna get safely by his Nerubian Tower. Focus not wanting to commit to that, but he will try to get this Fiend. No coils left on the Death Knight. Losing a Fiend, yes he does. That does give level 2 to the Blade. Dust of Appearance being used. Alright, he's gonna use that last Windwalk. Is there a coil? There's no coil, but there's gonna be one soon. The Blade Master's slowed. He's still revealed. He's using a heal salve. Oh! Death Knight went for the coil, but the Blade Master getting out of range of time. It wouldn't have been enough to kill him, though, as it does... level 1 coil, I believe, does 70 damage, somewhere around there. Not a huge chunk compared to the level 2 coil. And we do see the Shadow Hunter out. He's got double salves. He's got his speed scroll, and I'm sure Focus...
forces are under attack.
I would think he would want to creep, but by the looks of this, he wants to remain aggressive. When the Shadow Hunter does come out, he is kind of a bit of a threat with his hexes. Focus does know that the DK is weak, and the Lich is only halfway out, so Happy does not have Frost Shield in his arsenal. He's going right into Death Knight. Shadow Hunter not getting a range of the Hex. He's going to use it on a Fiend who just got coiled. Happy once again out of coils, and it looks like this Fiend will be going down, and he's actually going to use the TP to secure the lives of these two Fiends, keeping them alive. His Fiends are a very vital part of the Undead army, even in the late game. And now his Lich is coming out. We do see a Slaughterhouse on the way, tier 3, and now he has Frost Shield. That's going to make his life so much easier. Whenever melee units attack a unit with Frost Shield, they get slowed, and it increases their armor by 3. Focus switching his mind, say he's gonna keep on creeping. If he can get this ward, that'll be pretty nice, and so we'll be able to see whenever Happy comes down this way to his base. We do see a Hex on the Lich, instant focus going on him. He's gonna have to plant another Frost Shield on him. Here he goes, Speed Scroll being used by Focus, and Snare onto the Lich. Death Knight has no coils, he has no TPs. It looks like he switched over a healing pot though. But is that enough to keep the Lich alive? There's a lot of focus coming in on there. Get it? Focus is focusing. Anyways, more Frost Shields going down to Fiends. Another Hex. Shadow Hunter using his last Hex, and the Ensnare will secure this kill of the Fiend. And now Happy, he's chasing down this Raider. I don't think he's going to get it. He's down to just one Crypt Fiend. He's got more on the way. He's got some statues on the way for that health and mana regen, and Happy even pulling some ghouls here. Meanwhile, what do we see? Some focus. We do see tier 3. We don't see a Spirit Lodge, and we see a War Mill. So it looks like he's not going Spirit Walkers. He's going to play the fly style of Orc versus Undead, where you just get Raiders and Headhunters. Headhunters to deal with the Undead Destroyers, and of course Raiders to ensnare, which makes hero focuses easier. And they do pretty kind of well versus Fiends. Raiders without Spirit Link, though, are kind of squishy units, especially when the Lich gets his Orb of Corruption. Happy will be able to just slice through them right easy. So the Headhunters really are his main worry here, because he needs those Destroyers up in the air. Focus. Looks like he is going to secure this Ogre Magi. He will get the Ward and Ring of Regen. And not the greatest item, but in long fights, the extra health regeneration could be pretty nice. Now, the question I have here is, will Focus go for that triple hero? Will we see the Tarn Chieftain in use? There's still plenty of creep camps to get him leveled up. He could definitely get into level 3 for that strong stomp. But right now, he's going to speed scroll in. Creep Jack on Happy is trying to do the turtles at the gold mine. And snaring the Death Knight Frost Shield as well. Lots of focus coming in. Coil being used. Healing waves from the Shadow Hunter. Death Knight looks like he will go down, and that's a huge loss. Happy cannot take this fight without a Death Knight. Immediately, the focus is switched to the Lich with the Hex. More ensnares coming in, and I do believe this Lich will go down. Double hero kill here. Alright, the Blade Master going in the Windwalk actually reveals himself. I'm not sure he's going to have to use another Windwalk with just 50 health left. And another Fiend goes down. This one's going to burrow. Happy, though. A Focus, though, wisely has some dust. And he will get this Fiend kill too. And Happy's just not having a good time. Focus is striking at the right times. His timings are good. He knows where Happy's creeping. He knows what he's creeping. And that speed scroll was pretty nice. Happy actually rebuilding ghouls. He's got 3 in lumbers, so I guess this one's for his army. Either that or... No, it's not a misclick. He's actually making a transition to ghouls. Not sure if I've seen this often. Usually you see Fiend Destroyer versus Orc, but maybe Ghouls could be something. He's at tier 3, so we can get Ghoul Frenzy, and we do see the Tarn Chieftain third. This is what I was talking about. His Stomp can be pretty awesome versus undead units. If you can get him in a good spot, you can stomp a lot of units, which does quite a bit of damage and stuns them. Focus, getting the red camp. War Song Battle Drums was the item. Not the greatest because I'm sure he's going to have Kodos in his arsenal anyway, and they do not stack. But he's keeping the item here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh my god, they do stack. Does not stack with Commander. Oh, okay, the Kodos thing's not command. I feel stupid. I guess the Kodos thing's its own different thing. See, even after being in Warcraft and casting for this long, you still learn stuff. But yes, Happy is doing this cool transition here. Can't say I've seen this before.
Forces are under attack.
I mean, Happy Focus creeping out another red camp and getting the tiny Great Hall, so he's gonna get himself an expansion. Is he making a transition in the Headhunters? He's getting more Kodos, he's getting more Raiders. One thing I was thinking with the Ghouls is, with the Ghoul Frenzy, they can get on top of those Headhunters real quick and get them down easy for your Destroyers. And maybe that was the process going through Happy's mind, using them for the Headhunters. And there's the Peon transition. So Focus will be running on 2 bases. Happy, he obviously has no idea that this expansion's here. No scouting whatsoever. And right now we do see 45 supply for Happy. 53 supply for Focus. Breaking into that low upkeep. He does have an expansion now, so he can very well afford it. An hilarious flute of accuracy was the item from the red camp from the Forest Troll Warlord. Very, very nice item. Not only for the Kodos, gives him +6, and it's a nice boost for the Headhunters. Happy creeping out a red spot. He gets the Lion's Horn of Stormwind. Not the good item at all. More than likely he's going to sell that. And it looks like Focus is going to get the last red item of the map. What will it be? Hood of the Cunning. Nice little boost in intelligence and agility. He's going to stick that on the Blade Master. Blade Master at +21 damage with all the damage boosting auras. It's pretty nice. And the Headhunters get +11 damage as well. That's pretty sweet, especially when they get the Berserker upgrade, which is not on the way yet, but we do see an engagement coming in here. Frost Nova going down onto the Grunts. Death Knight very close to level 4. He might go level 2 on Holy Aura, but I think he'll go for Death Pact. He's going to creep out this camp real quick. Get that item. I want to see if he gets on Holy Aura. I think he went for Death Pact. Meanwhile, Happy creeping out these Sea Turtles in a greater mana pot. Can it get any better for Happy Focus? His items looking so good. That greater mana is going to give the Shadow Hunter healing waves for days. Still no Berserker upgrade. Might want to get that, bud. Alright, Happy now finding the expansion, getting right on top of the peons. Going to take care of those. Long range coil actually being used to get another peon. Alright, and of course, Focus is going to defend this. Happy quickly TPing out. Does not want to take a fight. He's quickly building units. He breaks into upkeep himself. 53 supply versus the 61 of Focus. And we do see the level 4 Blade, the level 3 Tarn Chieftain, and an almost level 4 Shadow Hunter versus a level 4 Death Knight and a level 3 Lich. Happy not getting a third hero. A lot of times you see the Pit Ward being used if you want to go for that tier 3 timing push. A Dark Ranger is pretty nice. Versus triple hero Orc, I would get a Dark Ranger, and yes he does. First Silence is going to be very important, not only on the Shadow Hunter's healing wave, and of course the Tarn Chieftain Stomp. And Focus, no Spirit Lodge means no Spirit Walkers to disenchant that Silence either, so he's just going to have to suck it up. Man, Tarn Chieftain at +20 damage, like, this army is ridiculous. Do we see the Berserker upgrade? Yes we do, about time. Definitely going to want that for the fight so they can Zerk up to try to focus down these Destroyers. And here we go. We might see an engagement here. Coil Nova going on the Shadow Hunter who quickly dies down from that Undead nuke. Silence being used to full effect. Tarn Chieftain is going to get a stomp out. Death Knight in a load of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage. Death Pack being used on a ghoul, but it's not enough to keep him up. Tarn Chieftain going to go down. Death Knight going to go down with the stomp. Tarn Chieftain getting low. Blade Master using an invuln pot, and now the Lich looks like he's next up on the kill list. He goes down. Level 4 in the Tarn Chieftain. Happy just losing everything here. And he does call a GG. Focus is going to take game number 1, or technically game number 2, however you want to think about it. But he ties the score up 1-1, and we'll have to see how Happy can come back on game number 2. If you like this game, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me play Warcraft 3, follow me on Twitch at Thendis32, and I will catch you guys later.